are alive with the sound of music. La 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 la. All right, welcome to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. Yes, I've seen that movie. You're not a real one if you've never seen that movie. Have you ever seen The Sound of Music? You've never seen The Sound of Music. Don't finish this magic movie. You're not even allowed to watch this moon message until you finish watching that classic movie. It is what it is, though. You don't have to have seen it, but do yourself a favor. Other than that, Moon in Pisces, Sun in Capricorn. I call this the Great Imagineering. You are understanding the belief mechanism. All right, research or rather, look up the definition of mechanism behind the Capricorn awareness and direction, as Capricorn is the director, of Taurus is the producer, of what power you are activating. We have the activation cycle, new moon. We have the integration cycle, first quarter square. We have the harvest part of the cycle, the full moon. And then we have the completion, third quarter square. The first quarter square is bringing us the seeds breaking through ground and an understanding of the identity that goes into who you are relative to the authenticity of how comfortable you feel about who you are relative to this direction of your higher consciousness and integrity. So it's going to be a very special activation of this superpower before the special harvest with the moon in Cancer. That being said, if you do this right, as your mission, should you choose to accept, is to Imagineer your current reality and allow the imaginative aspect of your eternal body, okay, or through your imagination to unfold over the next 2 weeks, your reality, as abilities and skills you're learning, all right, the moon is third house to the sun, will integrate sixth house to the sun in Gemini, and then you will master them ninth house to the sun in Virgo. When the moon is in Virgo, ninth house to the Cap sun, you will be seeing with analytical precision exactly how you are mastering these abilities so that you can use that Capricorn to move forward in the right direction. All right. But before that, one thing about Capricorn is they're the sea goats. There's the goat, the sea goat, and believe it or not, the unicorn. That's the final evolution of Capricorn. Okay. And relative to that, there's that aspect of Capricorn that has their tail hidden in the sea, but it's hidden. So you'll never know. They're maybe even more intuitive sometimes than Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer combined. And maybe that's a stretch. But what's very powerful about this is the method through which Cap risings in Capricorn as a sign develops its attitude, this collective imaginative essence through Pisces, in that this space representative of the astral realm beyond the totality is the extension of this God level of power, which is just more proof that anything is possible, and anything that you imagine you can make happen. All right. If you do this right, you're going to feel delusional AF. And this is the best part and time to feel fish-tarded anytime we have these Pisces transits, because it enables you to now anchor a new reality. Well, it's nothing new under the sun, but this next timeline, if you think mutable signs are changeable, you're shifting frequencies here. Neptune, you're tuning into a different frequency. So if you align with truth, you'll realize there's nothing delusional about this. The only thing is delusional is thinking that this 3D reality is anything real and not just your projection. So why not choose to either align and maintain what you're tuning in, or just shift to a different frequency that enters you into a dimension that has everything that you want, because you are everything that you want, and your frequency is literally key to tap into that vibration, tune into that vibration. Frequencies are Aquarius and vibrations are Pisces. That means Capricorn is the hardware with which it emits these broadband frequencies, whether they're broadband or not. We can call them divine or cosmic frequencies. So with that being said, Now that we have manifested this cosmic knowledgeable understanding of what power we're activating, the completion of this activation cycle is fleshing out more the initial experience of what to believe in. Why? Because you're going to start to see the effects of the cause. Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn are the four causes of the zodiac. They're the cardinals. They start the season off. Well, the mutable seasons, right? Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius are the effects, right? And this is where the effects of a cause show you the magic. When a fan spins, there's a fixed mechanism that keeps the fan spinning, and it produces what? An effect of wind. That is started by a cause, the power that turned the fan on. So you, of course, activated this incredible new cycle. And now, through the strengthening of this Aquarius energy, charging it, we're now coming into the divine Piscean effects of this. This is going to change your behavior and approach, because now what you're manifesting and activating, you're going to experience mutable sign real time. Taurus. Taurus in trying to Capricorn. That will innovate how supernaturally you can sense with your five senses metaphysical phenomena is happening. If Uranus wasn't here, you would not be really synchronizing the way you are. It would just go under your nose. So it would still happen, but this is what anchors this in your senses to make it more real, at least the sense of it. So while the moon is in between Taurus and Capricorn, this is you breaking through this initial completion of now experiencing the effects of you using your superpowers. Third house to the sun means that you are learning new abilities through your imagination, where you're going to see elements of what you're tuning into and imagine happen. Wait until the moon goes on Neptune. This is going to blow your fucking mind. This is going to start another moon-Neptune cycle that happens every 28 days and sow the seeds for synchronicities that will aid more in the development of who you are becoming than ever. And so it's very important that as you place these seeds of belief, really decide now, what is it that you have been manifesting, creating, and tuning into? It doesn't matter if you don't see any evidence of this in your 3D reality, because you will when the moon is in Virgo. Although you will already begin to see this now. Neptune is not going to hold back on the nature of synchronicities that will align you to tuning in through Neptune into this more true, authentic self, sense of yourself, which can't be more or less. It simply just is. So yeah, a lot to look forward to. If you've ever been excited about key control, chakra control, Nen manipulation, life force manipulation, control, expression, this is one of those transits to actually pick you up to speed to how this happens, whether through others or yourself, but most importantly, give attitude and mindset through your beliefs of changing the belief. When the moon is in Gemini, we'll be changing the attitude and thoughts around the behavior of what you're integrating, and then the moon in Virgo will change your behavior of what you're mastering. Okay, so you're literally developing new abilities that in 2 weeks you'll be mastering, and you'll be let's say you're learning them now, you're going to master them in a week, and in 2 weeks you'll be teaching what you've mastered through the 6th house transit, or at least integrated. All right, so this is really, really, really epic, to be honest, because the moon's going to go into Aries, go over Jupiter, and there's certain unseen dynamics that you've always believed in, but you've never really seen. It was never real for you, but it's something you've always held faith out for. You've seen signs, you've seen synchronicities, you've seen birds before land. You know what I'm saying? Now you're starting to see land, my friend. This is going to be exhilarating. Concepts and aspects of yourself that you have always believed in, but have never really, you know what I'm saying? This is like seeing someone online and knowing they're cool, but then you finally meet them in person. It's like, wow, you're even cooler than I expected. It's going to change the way you believe in them. All right. And this is very, very amazing because that person is representative of your higher self. It's representative of your superpowers, okay? The whole point of imagining is going to give you a limitless range of possibility for how to express. Mutable signs express the power of cardinal signs, all right? They are also the manifestation of the quality of fixed signs. So a transit like this will attract a lot of insecurity from others who are just stupid little bitches, but that has nothing to do with you. SLB, stupid little bitches. I'm not really being disrespectful here. Everyone knows a stupid little bitch in their life, and they're going to show their face. So, just handle them the way you will, but you have to embrace such projection of insecurity because it's going to show you how much you've grown, and it's going to show you the delusion inherent in others who feel the need to manipulate you because you stepping into your power threatens them, as it should, because they're stupid little bitches, and there's really nothing they can do about what you're going to do in terms of really just living out your purpose, stupid little bitches. Anyway, I just love saying that. Other than that, as you express this through the full range of your imagination, this is going to put you in a position to, as you receive Neptunian insight, intuitions from aspects of yourself beyond you and elements of yourself that tap you in to a very powerful understanding of how much more powerful you are. Be very careful because this will also uplift you out of the superficial mechanics and needs people feel they have. Like, you might have people worried so much about, once again, superficial indicators of what you look, aspects of, yes, even your hygiene, or just elements of things that ultimately aren't really important in the long run, whereas you still are tapped into intrinsic values that will last eternally through stuff that really are just people pointing out finicky things so that they can at least have an excuse to block themselves off for you or whatnot. None of that matters. Like, you're a conscious creator. You can literally ignore all those circumstances. This is just to pick at insecurities that these people mirror and just project towards you. That being said, once again, you want to be very mindful about not giving in to the illusion of how things seem, because the moon will help you see through these illusions. But if you take them seriously, instead of seeing through them and integrating them, you might just take them for face value. Let everything you see, good or bad, confirm that what you're Imagineering is moving forward. So this is the great Imagineering. I want you to hold in your mind's eye what you are imagining and engineering through this imagination into your conscious reality. This is a great transit to stay in the end state and live every single waking moment of this as if it's here. All right. If you do this whole moon in Pisces, you're going to see this just come in rapid succession. There's literally a butterfly right here, if that means anything to anybody. You're going to see this come in a rapid succession by moon in Virgo. That's going to be the completion of that harvest, the moon in Libra. You're taking what you've harvested socially to others. Be like, this is my 10th house reward. See, I created this, blah, 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 blah. This is who I'm with. This is who I'm blah, 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 and all that stupid other shit. Other than that, the reason why I say stupid other shit is you're also going to be tied into what's really real. Like, it's going to really slip away what you thought you wanted and tie you into what's truly important. And that's going to have a lot to do with the square to Mars and Gemini that will instantly change your mind now that you're understanding that a lot of what you're activating really does work and actually really is coming in. It's going to switch your focus from, is this working, to, oh shit, it's working, cool. Anyway, not that there has to be any work involved. The more fun you have with this, the better. The more fish-tarded you are, the more successful you'll be. And delusional optimism will take you a long way until you realize it was never delusional. You're just a conscious creator and super badass on top of that. So I hope you enjoy this transit. This is going to be one for the books in terms of understanding the supernatural, metaphysical, extra-dimensional mechanics behind this greatest activation of this higher level of power within yourself. It's definitely going to show you what direction to move forward and understanding more than ever who you've always been. Godspeed, ladies and gentlemen, and may the great Imagineering commence.